What's going on, everybody? This is Jay from Maji and Jay. Today in this video we're going to take our time to review the all-new Blackview Alife P1 Pro that I purchased from the website bifocal.com. For quite a long time I've been in the search of a device that comes as a complete package but at the same time doesn't break the bank, and I think that's exactly what we got here. And this is a phone that I actually underestimated. I thought it was going to be another cheap Chinese device, but after testing it for almost 1 month I have my verdict, and it's going to be very interesting. So here, let's just go ahead and get started with the physical aspects of the phone. The first thing we're going to have on the front is a 5.5-inch display. It is a 5-point multi-touch screen with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. It is OGS, IPS, and also comes with this new technology called 2.5D R screen. That means that by the edges, it's going to curve a little bit, giving you guys a better handling feel when grabbing the device. On the top of the phone, we're going to see that this time we're carrying a 5-megapixel sensor camera, and it is a true 5-megapixel. Also comes with the ear speaker, the proximity and light sensor, and we do have a notification LED light on the right side of the speaker. On the bottom is where we're going to see that we got a menu key, a home key, and also a back key. And if you guys ask me, this looks very similar to the Note 2 line that we saw a few years ago. Now this time we do have a fingerprint scanner as well. That's very cool because it's very sensitive. And like I said, guys, this is a complete phone at a very affordable price. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I only paid about $139. On the left hand side, we're going to see that we got the volume rocker, and this time the power key and the volume rocker have been separated, making it very easy to identify. On the top, you got the charging port. This is also going to support OTG, and yes, it is the micro kind. We got the 3.5mm headphone jack on the right side. Like I said before, the power key has been separated, something that I do like on any device out there. Now, getting a look towards the bottom side of the phone, it's where we're going to find the loudspeaker. You can also see here a microphone. Now, the loudspeaker looks very similar in design to the iPhone, if you guys ask me. The frame here is going to be all made of plastic. This phone entirely is all made of plastic, except the front is made of glass, and also it is IPS OGS. On the back side of the phone, we find a 13-megapixel camera. We also got a noise cancelling microphone. We find the LED flash, which is very bright. We got the branding, and on the bottom we can see that we don't have anything. It's absolutely plain. Opening the back cover, which opens by this little gap that we have on the bottom, we're going to find that this phone is a dual SIM, dual standby, and also supports TF cards up to 64 gigabytes. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you guys install 128, it will support it just fine. They just say that, I guess, to protect themselves and maybe not give you over specifications, and then when you guys try it, it fails. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that it will support it up to 128. Also, we can see that it is a dual SIM, dual standby device. And the battery is a 3000 power milliamps, and this time is true, guys, because this battery is lasting me pretty much the entire day without any issues. And yes, it is made by Blackview, and we can see that the back is made very similar to the Note 2 line that we saw a few years ago. The painting on the metal frame is a little bit sloppy. We can see that when they painted this golden color, they actually painted the black side of the phone, which makes it look like a sloppy job. But for the most part, guys, what we're looking is for great build quality, and this is actually not noticeable after you install the back cover, so for me, it's not a big deal. The 13-megapixel sensor on this device is also working quite nice, considering that it is only a $139 device. We're going to be seeing that later on in the video. So for right now, let me go ahead and install the back cover, and actually let me go ahead and just remove the battery, so that way we can power on the device and you can see once again the logo. Now, booting up the phone here, we can find that we have the Blackview logo. Now, this phone weirdly takes about 45 seconds before it boots up. But jumping back into the specifications, it comes with 2 gigabytes of RAM, it has 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and it comes with the MTK6735. It is only clocked at 1 gigahertz. It has the MTK6720 for gaming, so or for the GPU basically, so it's going to be very good for gaming. As a matter of fact, I did test it before this video, and it really surprised me, guys. Even though it comes only with the MTK6735, the gaming part was very good. It's very fluent, and also it has the Bluetooth 4.0. It comes with GPS, GLONASS, and much more. Now here we're going to be talking about the fingerprint scanner. Now that we are here at the lock screen, we can see that if I try to slide it, it's going to prompt me to enter the passcode, just as we will see on any smartphone out there. But in this case, I'm just going to use my fingerprint so that way you guys can see how accurate it is. And all it takes is about, I would say, a split of a second before it reacts. So let me try here my other thumb that I have recorded already. Let me lock it. Let me wake it up. And here we're going to place my other thumb. Let me see here. Sometimes with my right thumb, it takes a little bit more than usual. There we go. And I haven't recorded my index finger. We're going to see that this is a real fingerprint scanner. I can try this numerous times and it's going to say try again until eventually it's going to prompt me to enter my passcode. So let me try my thumb again, and there we go. This time was a little bit faster. Now getting here to the operating system, this device is running the Android 5.1 and it comes with two different launchers inside of the operating system. So when we go here to settings, we go to home, we can see that we have one of them is the Cool Launcher and the other one is Launcher 3. Cool Launcher has a lot of problems and a lot of bugs, so I wouldn't recommend it, but here I just wanted to show you a few of the bugs. First of all, it is repeating every single application twice, and also the icons are cut off a little bit. We don't get the full icon as we normally do. So yes guys, for that reason I prefer the Launcher 3. You're going to be a lot more satisfied, but you can also download your own launcher if you wish to do so. So this review is going to be completed on Launcher 3, and again it's because I do prefer it. It's a lot smoother and a lot faster. We can see that everything works very nicely on this one. 2 GB of RAM was quite sufficient for me to run a lot of applications at the same time, and like I said before, this device comes with 16 GB, but the cool part is that it is all in one partition. So when we go here into settings, then we go into storage, you're going to see that right now it's carrying 16 GB and it is not splitted. We have available about 6 GB, but we can always upgrade it up to 128. They say 64, but I'm pretty sure, like I said before, if you put 128, you will not have any issues. Now getting here to the entire settings menu, we're going to find that some of these features are standard for Android, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, which is the Bluetooth 4.0, but then we find some that are not. HotKnot is usually a feature carried on MTK devices, and it's very similar to NFC, except that you had to pair it from screen to screen. Also, we got the SIM card settings. We have more for the APNs and such. Then we got home. This is where we change the launcher. We have Wake Gesture. Now Wake Gesture is carrying a bug right now. If you guys don't want people to actually see your pictures and stuff, then I would recommend not getting this enabled. And a perfect example is, let's say I have it enabled and you guys know that I have a passcode already on here. So if I type the letter C, it's going to take me directly to the camera. Now, not asking for the passcode is not necessarily a security glitch, because the Samsung Galaxy S6 does it, where you double tap on the screen or the home button and it's going to take you directly to the camera, but it's not going to allow you to access the pictures that were there before. So in this case, you can access the pictures, and again, that is a security glitch, so maybe later on in the future we're going to get an update to fix this. So as you guys notice, I didn't need the passcode in order to access the entire album, which is definitely a security glitch. Okay, now getting back here to the remaining of the settings, we do have display, we have gestures, which is very similar to Wake Gesture, except that it's going to be the air gestures and such. They work also very well. We do have another cool feature. It's called the 3-finger screenshot. Basically, all you need to do is just put your 3 fingers, and you need to do it quite fast in order for it to work. And there we go. I have taken some snapshots. You can do it this way, or you can also do it to where you press the power key and also the menu key at the same time. So here we're going to find all the toggles real quick. Now that I'm here, we got the Wi-Fi toggle, and we can notice that it is the true Android 5.1 because we do have the options to access the Wi-Fi directly from here. This was a feature that the Android 5.0 didn't have before. We got the Bluetooth, we have the data connection. Right now I'm connected to Cricket, which is an AT&T company. We have the auto rotation, the flashlight. The flashlight is actually quite bright on this device. You can see that it is not disappointing whatsoever. Also, we got location, cast screen, HotKnot. We have audio profiles and many others. So let me go back here into settings so that we can see the remaining of the contents that we have on here. We have apps. On apps, I just want to show you all the RAM that we have available right now. Like I said before, we have 2 GB of RAM, and it's handling pretty well. You can see that right now we have about 1.2 GB available, and that's very cool. That's why this phone is so, I would say, so fluent with the operating system, and we barely see any lags on it. We also got location, we find security. Now in this case, we see that for the fingerprint scanner, we don't have anything that goes directly to the fingerprint. If you want to do so, you have to go directly into security, and then you go into fingerprint set, and then after that you enter your passcode if this is your second time, and then you go to fingerprint manager, and then from here you can add it. Right now I have 3 fingers added, which is my left index finger and my 2 thumbs, but you can add up to 4 fingerprints, so that's very cool. Let me go ahead and check what else we got on here. We have accounts, which is for your Google accounts. We have language. On language, we're going to see many of them supported. As you guys can tell right here, we have about 48 languages. So this is great. Now, this is a 4G LTE device, but unfortunately the LTE bands are not going to work here, and maybe that's the reason as to why I'm getting 3G only, but the 3G connectivity with AT&T is quite decent. I don't have any complaints, especially if you're not downloading anything. And now let me go ahead and jump directly to the bottom here where it says about device, and here we're going to see some of the information. I can see already, as a matter of fact, on the unboxing video, somebody noticed it that Android was misspelled a little bit. And there was a wireless update not too long ago. I thought it was going to fix the issue, but they didn't. It does support OTA, and I did receive already my first update. And right now we don't have anything since your system is up to date. So that's very cool. Now here, jumping into the operating system itself, we can see that this device came already installed with the Play Store, so we don't need to hack it. The only application that wasn't installed on here was the YouTube application, which is working perfectly well. Let me just go ahead and show you here my videos, so that way you can see that everything is pretty good. And I will also be playing a video, that way we can test out the loudspeaker on the bottom. So let's go here into my videos, and I uploaded the Unto the War of a little higher end devices.
I'm sure I did. Let me check.
You can go up to 720p in the quality. The auto rotation is very sensitive. The image quality is actually pretty good. So there we have it for the sound testing and also the testing of YouTube. Another thing we're going to do here is go ahead and test the Bluetooth. I have my Giant Beats Pill XL. So what we're going to do is power it on here from the back. I believe I have some power on here, hopefully. Let me see. And yes, I do. And now what we're going to do next is go here directly into the Bluetooth. There we go. Beats XL. Let's pair to it. It takes about 10 to 15 seconds to connect.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Okay, so now if we go here to sound and notifications, we go to general and settings, we go to phone ringtones. This is where we have it. Let's get started. We have now powered off the speaker, and we are testing the loudspeaker again. Loudspeaker is pretty good. Keep in mind what I said before, guys, this is a complete package, with the exception of the 4G LTE. Another strong feature about this device is going to be the GPS. The GPS on the road, it was working perfectly well. I didn't have any issues whatsoever, and even from inside of the house, we're going to get a signal locking quite fast. The accuracy gets better as the time goes by, but obviously when we are outside, it's going to get even better. So right now we have 17, 14 feet of accuracy, 13, and it continues to go down as we wait longer and longer. So yes, we can obviously tell that the GPS is working fine. I didn't have any issues. Now the Maps application, I don't think it came installed with this unit, so you have to install it separately by logging in directly to the Play Store, in which the Play Store is also working fine. Let me open it here for you guys. We can see that everything is running fine. It's running very smoothly. And the phone actually has a better resolution than what you guys can see here from the camera. It's actually very bright. And right now I have it at the max brightness. Let me show you that right now. So we can see that I am at the fullest. And the battery, the 3000 power milliamps, it's handling very, very well. Let me see if I can actually show you guys here the usage from battery. Let's get directly into it. We can see that right now on screen it's been about 23%. I've been using this device for a couple of hours now, but I've been doing a lot of Antutu benchmark tests. I did the GPS test, some camera tests, and much more. So the battery is handling very, very well on this device. You guys are not going to be disappointed whatsoever. Now, talking about the camera, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and jump to the park. We're going to test the 13 megapixel sensor on the back. On the front, we have a 5 megapixel sensor. So let's go ahead and test it out and let me know what you guys think about it. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jay, and right now we are testing the Blackview Hero 1 13 megapixel rear facing camera. It is currently recording at 1080p, 30 frames per second, and I'm walking around the park. The camera is pretty stable, even though it is not advertising to have optical image stabilization. This is the autofocus. And right now it's about 4 o'clock here in Florida. It's not very, very sunny, and I think that for the most part the colors are pretty good. So please guys, on the section below, let me know what you think about this 13 megapixel sensor camera. I will also be providing some picture samples. Now let's check the front-facing camera. And now we are testing the 5 megapixel sensor camera of the Blackview Hero 1, and as expected, this is now recording in full screen. The colors are quite dark. The focus is pretty bad. You have to keep tapping on the screen sometimes to get a little better, but it doesn't work as fluent. So I would say that this is okay for pictures, selfies, and things like that, but for recording, it is not good at all. Well guys, there we have it for the camera test, and here we are jumping directly into the UI of the camera. We can see that it is nothing too special. On the top you're just going to have panorama mode, beauty phase mode, and all those standard settings that we get. If you go here into settings, we go into camera options. We can see that right now I had the recording quality to fine, which is the highest. Also the pixels is right now at 13 megapixels. Let me show you that here briefly. That's for the picture quality, and I have provided some picture samples below. We can see that we can go up to 13 megapixels, and this is a true 13 megapixel sensor camera. Also, if you go to the front facing camera, you can see that the quality is actually pretty good. I don't have any complaints when it comes to selfies. But now recording is not as good. The colors are too dark and it looks a little bit grainy as well. So when we go here into settings, we go into photo quality. We can see that right now I have it at 5 megapixels, and that's very cool as well. So now guys, the next thing we're going to do here is go ahead and play with some applications and games like usual, so that way we can see the performance of this device. You can right now tell that I have a lot of applications installed on here, and this system is very fluent. So let's get started, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
And there we saw the performance of the Alife P1 Pro. We can see that this phone is not disappointing whatsoever. It barely lags. It handles gains very well. Another cool part is that it is not getting too hot on the back compared to other Chinese devices that I've seen before. This one is about 95 degrees. Other phones have gone to 99 and over 101, so it's staying very cool. And you actually don't even feel the warmness on the back. And that's definitely something that a lot of you guys are looking forward to. Another test we're going to complete here is the 3G connectivity. We know that in the USA we're not going to get 4G LTE, unfortunately. So here right now I am connected to the Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi, yes, it is working fine. There's no issues whatsoever. But in this case we're just going to test the 3G connectivity. Let me go ahead and jump here directly into the browser, and right now it's going to jump us here directly to the bifocal application or the website, just to call it that way. I do apologize for that. So here we're going to find that this device right now they have it at $139. Let me see, it's actually on the top side. There we go. It's $139, and they do accept PayPal in case you guys want to check them out. Now let me go ahead and open another website. Let's say YouTube, which is a very heavy app to open, or website. Let's go to youtube.com. And the keyboard is a standard for Android, but sometimes I don't find it to be very sensitive. I get a lot of mistypes all of the time. So there we have it for YouTube already. Let's go ahead and try another one. Let's say eBay. And we're going to see that yes, it is very fast. Let's try another one. Let's say DHgate. So on the browser side, I really don't have any complaints. The 3G connectivity in the USA, at least with Cricket, is working just fine. So let me just try that one more time. I think I mistyped it. It's .com, not .sim. And there we go. So yes, I mean the browser side is working pretty well. Also, let's go ahead and test here a phone call. Let's dial 611. So right now we're testing here the phone call.
Get wireless. Let's get started. Oprime el 2 para español. Just FYI, your current plan is basic, which
On loudspeaker, super loud.
Your account currently has
Your speaker is also pretty good. I'm sure that you guys can hear that, but trust me, the ear speaker quality is tremendous on this phone. So yes guys, all in all, this is a very good device if you're looking for something that is not going to break the bank, and at the same time you want a complete device where everything works. There's barely any, I would say, lags, barely any bugs. Everything is nice, and the overall design is also pretty cool on this device. So if you're looking for a device like that, and especially you're going to get 4G LTE in your country, then this is a phone that I would recommend 100%. It's actually pretty good. The battery is outstanding. I don't have any complaints guys when it comes to performance. We can see that even until now it's not lagging, and I do have a lot of applications installed. There's actually a lot of stuff running on the background right now, as you guys can tell right here, and this all has to do with the RAM, and we don't get any lags whatsoever. So I think that this phone is worth every single penny, and of course I have provided the link below in case you guys want to check it out. Like always, if you do have any questions, please don't forget to comment down below, like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one.